I'm going to show some of my early C# scripts. I'm going to start with the ones that begin with geometry now. I am hopping these up from my GitHub at mwickerson. You're welcome to it. You want to go to the hopped up C# GH files, scroll down to all the basic scripting in C which I've provided. I've done this in the past. You'll find tons of repositories on C# user objects if you want to download them, but this is the easiest way to do it. Go in here to grid of points, go over to download, right click, copy link, leave that alone, and jump into Grasshopper, and you basically have just linked to this file, which I'm willing to show anybody who's interested who wants to contact me how to correctly hop up a script. This script is pretty much a nested loop that goes through building a point grid, which a lot of people do in C or in Python when they get going. I could hop up a ghpython script, I could hop up a C# script, but it doesn't matter because you don't need to go into it. What you're actually looking at is this, and you want to create a script that's similar to this. I'm going to show you how to do that. Once you've gone in and you've downloaded and hit copy link from that file, which happens to be the, well, it says grip of 3D points, but it should say grid of 3D points. I'm not going to bother correcting it at this point. You simply have to download from the package manager over here. You'll type in package manager, and scroll on down until you see hops, and you're going to download the one and only hop that matters, it seems, in this day and age, which is hops. When you do that, you're going to have this little cluster of hops from making beer, which is basically what made beer into ale. And I think it was Henry VIII went to the continent to pick it up. You're going to right-click on it, take your path, and you will cut and paste that directly in. Now, you don't need to pull anything onto your desktop. Trust me, my GitHub will stay open as a repository. It's a pretty simple script, but at least it's been hopped up. Activate it, wait a few seconds, and there you go. You made the exact same thing I've made. You can pull out your points to see what's happening. You can pull out your panel tools to see what the data looks like. You can pull out your panel tools also to see what the out is in case I've typed in anything in my script. This comes from Warsaw C white paper. And then this is a little jumbly and out of order, but I picked a double, which this won't actually tell you it wants a double, but there's a default on there at 3.99, and there's a default on the X of 2, there's a default on the Y of 2, and there's a default on the Z of 2. The reason that is, if we go back into this script, you can see that's what I had it, or at least what I thought I had it set to. Maybe that was the older one. But in any case, you're just going to set whatever you want as your spacing. We're actually going to get rid of this and take that to disable. Here's our spacing, and then we're going to play off of our units. So let's just pick 3 as a slider and keep it nice and simple, X, Y, Z. And there's your grid of points, and you have full parametric control. You don't even need the C script. You just have to trust me that I've made a grid of points for you. You can go in from one node and have it and start driving your geometries. This is absolutely amazing. And I am one to tediously go through this stuff like crazy. I've done hello world, basic types, operators, things with text, else, switches, loops, some special text-based things. I'm into the arrays, which is what I'm doing, and I'll go through range and series. I'm trying to put some extra attributes, customize these a little bit. Then I'll get into the list, methods, classes, and exercises, and that's just the start because there's many other things as I jump in here and take a look. I'm going to be rolling through, I believe, the Warsaw. This is the one I'm doing now from the Warsaw white paper. Geometry, Rhino geometry came out of all the scripts that Raya Ice had been putting on, lined through their white paper, which I started to customize and make interesting. This is only the C#. I can't even remember where I pulled these ones out of. Loops, custom types, data types, conditionals, probably out of Jose Luis. But I have an endless. These are definitely Jose Luis's algorithms, the game of life, beautiful things to use. And then I have tons of ghpython nodes, which I've customized. So this is going to be a ton of work, but hopefully you will be able to, and I can organize a half-decent website, which will literally allow you to flow in, grab whatever you want from my repositories. And these ones are pretty well organized. And only now, as I'm getting into K, I'm getting into series, which is going to drive geometry the way you normally know a series node. And then the grip, but there'll be some special ones. Like this will be the first special one, K06, which is the grid of points, nested loops. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the geometry and the fact that I'm doing this for you. If you definitely want to go deeper, and this is, well, say this is all you wanted to know, you can customize your own icons. You can have fun with that. But if you want to go deeper and learn how to hop up all of your beautiful scripts, these are incredibly iterative, incredibly recursive. You can drop trusses, like fast-moving trusses within your spiky thing balls that are coming out of Rhino hops. You could just keep layering and layering and popping script upon script upon script. It kind of echoes the work of MetaHopper when they had the save snippet tool. That you actually grabbed everything and went into MetaHopper and said, let's save that snippet at something. It will give you an option to basically make your own customized snippet, which is very similar to how I was making these components without icons. I like reading textbooks. I like finding things out. I like things that are parametric. And I like things that are computational. And I like all the power that C and Python give you when it comes to working with Grasshopper. You're going to be able to relate doors to windows, to frames, to people, to eyesight, to cars, to automobiles, to buildings, to streets, to worlds. And this is going to blow up once we start making this more complex. Once again, I'll get through these as fast and quick as I can. All you need to do is know how to pull off a hops node of this node is the only one you'll ever need after we do all this. And you can, of course, go into parametric camp. It's going to produce a whole bunch of C components in their parametric plugins. And you can start popping to plugins as long as they've been hopped up. If they haven't been hopped up, then you're not going to be able to grab a path like this and pop it in. And actually, that was another text. What I can do here is go into here and say, okay, what one's hopped up on my computer? You can always download everything to your computer and then have it. If you don't trust it, I'll leave it up for you. Or if you want to go in here and customize them, that's fine as well. And once you have some C script, you should figure out how to customize them as well. So I'm just going to jump into here and take a look at hop. Not hop 2, I'm going to go to hopped up because hop 2 is the other exercise. Grab my 3-point grid, and there you go. Hit it, and there we go. We get another one to work with. Now, of course, I could have just cut and paste that and do the same because it would have had the same link. All right, things are exciting. Now you're getting into it. Now you're understanding what is really going on. If you want to dig in deeper, then go right ahead and do it. But you're going to have some pretty powerful geometries. Little thing here that you can fit is asynchronous, which allows it not to calculate on every slider. It waits till it's done. It's a much faster moving script. Another thing I just want to subtly say about this, because I've come to know it, these little tiny buttons up here suggest that it's using parallel computing, which should speed up everything that you're doing in your process. And yeah, that's it. That's my script. I don't need this one because I have the other one. I'll just reactivate that one to enable, and there's our grid that was set for that one. And I will save it, and I believe we're going to save that hop 2. And what I do is I quickly jump into another file, new. I go back into Warsaw. I'm going to go to my arrays. I'm going to go down to range. I'm going to write my range. I'm going to hop up my C script for writing a range. If you want to dig into it and see what a range looks like, it's not too hard to figure out. Like I said, they're pretty basic scripts you can find on whatever, all the sites for learning quick little short scripts. What's going to be nice with this is you actually won't even need GH to get to these scripts. You can go to Python scripts, which they showed examples of, Steve Ver, McNeil's. Highly powerful tool. Let's get into it. Thanks.